What if Goku turned into Goku Black? The what if begins during the Cell saga. Goku is fighting androids 17 and 18 but suddenly starts to lose. Piccolo and Gohan grow worried, thinking he's out of energy. But after watching him struggle for a while, they realize it's not that he's out of energy. Gohan exclaims in alarm. His heart! There's a problem with his heart! Piccolo responds. Didn't Trunks already give him the medicine? This shouldn't be happening. Gohan replies. Whatever it is, we can't let Father fight in that state. Piccolo and Gohan both power up. Piccolo says, me and the others will hold them off until Vegeta and Trunks come out of the time chamber. Krillin, get Goku out of here! They all rush at 17 and 18. Gohan goes after 17, while Piccolo and Tien take on 18. Krillin grabs Goku, who suddenly faints, and gets him out of there. Back at Kame House, Chi-Chi, Bulma, and Master Roshi are shocked to see Goku in that condition. Chi-Chi, worried, asks, what happened to Goku? Krillin, trying to explain, replies, I'm not sure, but it looks like the heart virus. Bulma, confused and concerned, says, but didn't Trunks already give him the cure? Krillin, horrified, looks down and replies, I don't know what's going on. Like you said, this shouldn't be happening. The cure worked. Goku had no symptoms until now, and in Trunks' timeline, this already happened by this point. So, the cure should have worked. Why now? Roshi, sweating and anxious, says, there's nothing we can do right now. We just have to believe he'll pull through. If the cure worked, maybe it just delayed the symptoms. We should wait and see. At that moment, Krillin senses Vegeta and Trunks' energy signatures. Roshi says, just in time. One less thing to worry about. Those two can handle the fight now. Back on the battlefield, Vegeta and Trunks arrive. Gohan spots them and informs Piccolo. Piccolo, bruised while fighting 17, backs off slightly, smirks, and says, right on time. Trunks and Vegeta fire energy blasts at 17 and 18, pushing them back. Vegeta approaches Piccolo and asks, where's Kakarot? Wasn't he the one fighting? Gohan walks up, saying, Krillin took him away. Trunks asks, what do you mean? Piccolo explains, there was something wrong with his heart. Vegeta questions, his heart? Wasn't that problem already solved? Trunks, horrified, says, but the heart virus never showed up. So what happened? Gohan answers, we don't know. He got weaker, couldn't fight. Then he held his chest and collapsed. Vegeta clenches his teeth. Let's deal with these two first. Trunks, we finish this now. Trunks nods. You're right, father. Let's end this and check on Goku afterward. They both transform into Super Saiyan and charge at the androids. Trunks says, you guys rest, we'll handle them. Gohan, Piccolo, and Tien back off. Vegeta and Trunks appear in front of 17 and 18. Vegeta says, time to clean up this trash. 17, annoyed, clicks his tongue and charges with 18. They clash. 17 versus Vegeta, 18 versus Trunks. Trunks swings his sword at 18, aiming for her neck, but she barely dodges it. Vegeta is dominating 17, who can hardly block, let alone counter. 17 creates his energy shield to defend himself. Vegeta forms a blast and smashes it into the shield, breaking it, then punches 17 square in the face. 17 and 18 regroup, their backs touching. 18 says, we need to escape. This isn't a fight we can win. 17 says, I know, but escaping them won't be easy. They're too fast. Vegeta and Trunks fire energy blasts from opposite sides. The blasts collide midair, creating a large smoke cloud. 17 and 18 shoot upwards. 17 says, now's our chance. Vegeta and Trunks smirk, then launch after them. In seconds, they catch up. Vegeta appears in front, forcing them to stop. Trunks blocks from behind. Knowing escape is impossible, the androids rush forward in desperation. But Vegeta punches 17 in the face, then kicks him in the torso. Trunks kicks 18 in the face, spins, and punches her in the stomach. Both androids crash into a cliff, causing a massive dust cloud. Vegeta and Trunks float side by side, raising their hands. Vegeta says, "Let's just finish this already." "What do you say?" Trunks says, "All right, father." They fire twin energy blasts. Boom! The cliff is obliterated. Vegeta says, "Now that this is taken care of." Trunks, completing his sentence, "Let's go see what's happened to Goku." They turn, release their auras, and yell to Gohan, Piccolo, and Tien, "Go meet up with Goku." Piccolo, no longer sensing the android's energy, sighs in relief. Finally, the androids have been taken care of. As Trunks and Vegeta got ready to leave, they heard a sinister laugh from behind them. They slowly turned, and from within the dust cloud, a new figure began to appear. Piccolo, from down below, sensed the new figure's power and began to panic, gritting his teeth. Trunks and Vegeta were confused. The new figure spoke, introducing himself. "Call me Cell. And I'd really like to thank you, Vegeta and Trunks. If it hadn't been for you weakening those two, I wouldn't have been able to absorb them." Trunks, confused and worried, asked, "What do you mean, absorb?" While Vegeta added, "Where did you come from?" Cell answered them both. "I am the greatest creation of Dr. Gero. And those two were always meant to be absorbed by me so I could reach this form of mine." Vegeta replied, "So you're just another android?" Cell chuckled. No, my dear friend. I am a perfect being. Don't lump me in with those half-assed meals." Without hesitation, Vegeta raised his hand and fired a blast at him. The explosion filled the air with smoke, but as it cleared, Cell stood there, unfazed. "I don't think that's how you're supposed to treat someone who just thanked you," he said mockingly. "But I'll take it." Vegeta and Trunks, shocked that he was unharmed, instinctively backed away. Piccolo and Gohan, sensing the gravity of the situation, powered up and rushed to the battlefield to assist. Arriving beside them, Vegeta growled, "Just get the hell out of here. You guys won't be any help." Trunks added, "Father's right. He's way stronger than those androids." Cell scoffed, "I think I already told you not to compare me with those androids, but oh well. Let's get the fun started already." Vegeta shouted, "Beware! He's coming!" Both he and Trunks crossed their arms, blocking Cell's punch, but were thrown several meters back from the impact. Cell immediately kicked both Piccolo and Gohan in the face and mocked, "You should listen to what the stronger ones say." Vegeta and Trunks quickly regained their footing and charged at Cell. Vegeta launched a punch. Cell casually tilted his head to the side and dodged it. Trunks followed up with a sword swing, but Cell jumped, now inverted midair. Vegeta threw more punches. Cell caught one with ease. Trunks slashed again, but Cell used Vegeta's arm like a springboard, launching himself higher into the air. Smirking, Cell said, "Not very nice of you two to gang up on a child who was born just a few days ago. But can you go faster?" Before he could finish, he was struck hard in the back. He crashed into the ground below. Vegeta and Trunks followed the trajectory of the falling Cell, dumbfounded. They looked back, and saw Gohan, glowing in his Super Saiyan form, standing with a serious expression. Vegeta and Trunks glanced at each other, smirked, and said, "Nice one, kid." Cell stood up, now visibly angry. "I was trying to be nice, going easy on you all. But it seems like you don't want to live very long. So be it." Cell released his aura, his power rising drastically. In the blink of an eye, he appeared in front of Vegeta and Trunks. They barely reacted in time. Vegeta formed a blast, and Trunks swung his sword. "Too slow," Cell muttered, grabbing their faces and slamming them both into the ground. Then he appeared before Gohan. Gohan tried to make some distance, but Cell punched him in the gut. Gohan coughed up blood. Trunks rushed in with his sword, but Cell grabbed it and snapped it in half. Shocked, Trunks leapt back. Vegeta shouted, "Take this, you bastard!" and fired a final flash. Trunks launched a blast at the ground behind Cell, creating a massive explosion. In that instant, Trunks threw Gohan out of the blast radius without harming him. The wave of energy burst into the sky, shaking the very atmosphere. As the smoke cleared, Vegeta stood there, breathing heavily. "Serves him right," he muttered. The devastation was visible on the ground. Then, Cell's voice came from behind Vegeta. "Serves who right?" Vegeta, eyes wide in shock, leapt away to gain distance. "He dodged it?" "No, I didn't," Cell answered. "I blocked it." He pointed to the damage on his wings. "See? I did take damage." Trunks' jaw dropped, whispered to himself. Father fired such an attack, and that's all the damage he took. Pissed off, Vegeta rushed again. He launched a punch. Cell dodged, but was kicked in the leg, causing him to stumble. Cell used his hand to propel himself back and landed upright. But before he could recover fully, Vegeta appeared before him with a blast in hand. Cell bent backward to dodge, but Vegeta smirked. "I knew you'd do that," and launched a kick that slammed Cell into the ground, half burying him. "Might as well finish this," Vegeta said, jumping into the air and firing the blast downward. But before the blast connected, Cell appeared right in front of him. "This is over," he said coldly, and with a punch to the neck, knocked Vegeta unconscious. Trunks yelled, "Father!" and rushed in, but Cell appeared before him. "Don't worry, you're next," and did the same to Trunks. Gohan charged in and struck Cell hard in the head, momentarily blanking out his pupils. But Cell, furious, shouted, "This damned brat!" and with a spinning roundhouse kick to Gohan's shoulder, sent him crashing to the ground, unconscious. Cell raised his hand to the sky, forming a large energy ball. Tien, charging up his most powerful ki wave, launched it with a roar. But Cell's own beam was sharper and more powerful, cutting through Tien's wave and piercing his torso. Just then, a special beam cannon tore through Cell's torso, leaving a smoking hole in him. He fell to the ground, blood spilling, life fading. Piccolo sighed in relief. Finally, it's done! But a dying Cell appeared before him, his tail still intact. The tail opened and wrapped around Piccolo. "Just get devoured!" Cell growled, bleeding. He absorbed Piccolo, and then regenerated his body, sighing in annoyance. "That green man almost killed me!" He turned to see Gohan unconscious. He grabbed him by the neck. "This brat has been quite annoying." He looked around the battlefield. "Goku doesn't seem to be here." Then he smirked. "Well then, maybe I should go visit him myself." Krillin and Rashi panicked and said, "Everyone has been defeated." Chi-Chi and Bulma were shocked and worried. Rashi told them to stay inside and went out with Krillin to stand guard, while suppressing their ki. But suddenly, Chi-Chi and Bulma heard an explosion outside, and the gate opened. Goku woke up from the sound of the explosion, and Cell came in dragging Gohan while holding him by the throat. Krillin and Rashi were incapacitated outside. Goku, while struggling, got up. Chi-Chi cried out while seeing her son like that and tried to attack Cell, but Goku stopped her and told Bulma to get out of there with her. Goku, while struggling even to stand, took a fighting stance and launched an energy blast at Cell, but Cell just punched it to the side, destroying the wall of the house. Goku, partially transforming into his Super Saiyan form, rushed at Cell but was punched in the guts. Goku puked out blood, thinking his speed, it's abnormal. Goku grabbed Cell's hand while enduring the pain and blasted it with an energy blast while holding it. A huge explosion occurred, destroying the house completely. Chi-Chi and Bulma were outside. Chi-Chi didn't want to leave but realized that would be for the best, as she would be just a hindrance in this battle. The house came crumbling down and Goku came out of it, his yellow Super Saiyan aura around him. Looking back at the two, saying, "Just get out of here." As they both got ready to leave, Cell suddenly appeared in front of Goku and punched him again in the guts, then kicked him in the face, sending him to the side. The blow so heavy it made Goku power down. Now, Goku wasn't able to move even a single muscle. Cell, looking at Goku, said, "Pathetic. To think I was born to kill someone as weak as you. Your son was many times stronger than you." Goku, looking at the situation and knowing how all of his friends were defeated, was annoyed. But then Cell gave out a sinister smirk, saying, "Instead of killing you, why not watch you fall into despair?" Goku, as if knowing what he meant, was shocked and tried to say something, but Cell fired off an energy blast at Chi-Chi and Bulma, who were escaping. Goku tried to fire off his own energy blast to stop it, but it was no use. Chi-Chi and Bulma were heavily injured. Cell kicked Bulma in the face, instantly killing her there. The despair of not being able to do anything was visible on Goku's face. Cell then grabbed Chi-Chi by the throat. Chi-Chi kicked him, cursing him for what he did to her son. Goku begged him to stop. But Cell gave Goku a side glance with a sinister smirk on his face and broke her neck, killing her. Despair swallowed Goku right then and there. Rage took over, and Goku transformed into Super Saiyan 2, releasing incredible power. Even Cell was shocked, but smirked, saying, "That's right, Goku. Show me what you can do." Goku, full of hatred, yelled out his name while rushing at him, but before Goku's fist could come in contact with Cell's face, Goku's pupils vanished, and he collapsed back into his base form. Trunks and Vegeta appeared, both horrified at what they were looking at. Trunks hesitantly said, We were too late." Vegeta, himself angered at both the situation and himself for not being able to stop him, said with his thoughts collected, "We can still do something. I can still sense life force in Kakarot and Gohan. We are gonna rescue them. I will battle Cell, and you take them and get out of here." Trunks, knowing what it meant, nodded, and both rushed at Cell. Cell, looking at them, said, "So you're back," and dropped Gohan. Trunks and Vegeta's attack made him back away a little. Trunks grabbed both Gohan and Goku and got out of there, telling Vegeta to not die, even though knowing that Vegeta staying there would certainly mean his death. Vegeta, smirking, thought, "At least I paid you back for saving me that time. You better take revenge for us," and rushed at Cell. Cell mockingly said, "How sentimental of a prince to sacrifice himself for his friend. It almost brings tears to my eyes." Trunks rushed away, sensing that Gohan didn't have much time as almost all his organs were badly damaged, and he was holding on to life by a thread, and Goku's life was almost over as well. Thinking, Vegeta's sacrifice might have been for nothing. But then one thought came into his mind. Trunks hesitated, knowing this wasn't what Goku would want, and didn't want to do it as well, but that was the best thing possible at that moment. Trunks rushed to the city, to Capsule Corp, and met Bulma's father there. He, seeing everyone so injured, was worried, but Trunks said, "There's no time to explain," and that he had to do something. Bulma's father, understanding the gravity of the situation, asked what it was. Trunks, hesitantly, while gritting his teeth, angered at himself even for saying it, said, "Most of Gohan's organs are damaged, and he could die at any moment. While Goku because of his heart. I regret to even say this, but please transfer Gohan's heart into Goku. We can save at least one by doing this." Bulma's father was shocked at what Trunks said, but knew that was the best thing in that moment indeed, and got to work. As the process of transferring the heart started, Vegeta's energy signature disappeared. Trunks, knowing what had happened, rushed out, knowing that if he stayed there, it would be easy for Cell to track them, and that he also needed to buy some time. Trunks rushed away in another direction, leaving everything in their hands. Thinking, even this timeline is doomed. Trunks went far away, increasing his energy, attracting Cell to himself. After a while, Cell appeared there, and their battle started. A week went by. Goku regained consciousness and woke up. He instantly sensed a presence there. Cell was sitting across the room, saying, "Looks like you're awake." Goku tried to get up, but it was no use. He had no energy in him. Cell said, "Don't bother. I'm not here to fight you, just to give you a quick overview of what happened." Goku was angered at what he said. After what he had done, he was calmly sitting there. Cell said, "I have killed every single one of your friends. Your wife. And your son. In his last moments, his heart was transplanted into you so you could live." Hearing this, Goku was taken over by despair and grief. Cell said, Now. The fun part is just coming. I went and killed that green kid, the so-called guardian of this planet. Since there are no Dragon Balls, you won't be able to wish anyone back from the dead. And now I'm going to go and destroy that planet Namek as well. So you have no hope of bringing anyone back. Then I can watch you fall into despair, not being able to do anything. Seeing that look of despair on your face would be more fun than killing you right now. Goku, with tears flowing down his face, with hatred, yelled out Cell's name and fired off an energy blast, which Cell easily dodged, saying, "So you did have some strength. Well, don't die till I'm back." Goku, after using that energy, fainted. Quite a while had passed after Goku regained his consciousness. He finally stepped outside. What he saw horrified him. The city was destroyed. Everything, in ruins. Small, childlike clones of Cell continued wreaking havoc on what remained of the earth. Goku remembered everything that had happened. He got angry, his hair starting to flare up and his aura leaking from his body. Goku grabbed the bandage around his chest and tore it off, his aura exploding. A single tear rolled down his face as he entered his new Super Saiyan 2 form, full of rage and sorrow. "I will take revenge for you all. I promise it." With never-before-seen speed, he left behind trails of his aura as he destroyed every one of Cell's clones within minutes. Goku stepped out of the building, breathing heavily, covered in the blood of the clones. He held the head of one in his hand, looked to the sky, and sensed that every clone was gone. His hatred, grief, and killing intent began to corrupt his pure ki, slowly turning it a darkish yellow. He powered up again, dropped the head he was holding, and rushed off in search of new clothes. Finding them quickly, he powered down and took off again, this time heading to where his friends had died. On the way, he found Trunks, holding his body and taking it with him. Upon arriving at the site, Goku apologized to his fallen comrades and made graves for them. At last, he picked up Chi-Chi's body. Before burying her, he took one of her earrings and wore it himself. Then, searching for Vegeta, he finally found him. The prince's arms were missing, but even then, his signature smirk hadn't faded. Goku buried him as well. In the falling rain, Goku looked up, his rage boiling. Seeing the lifeless bodies of his friends only fueled it more. He let out an agonizing scream. His power rose with every second, and he only calmed down after several hours. The pure, kind-hearted Goku was now gone. Knowing Cell would return, Goku began his training immediately. He vowed not to waste the lives his friends and family gave to protect the Earth. He would take revenge, with his son's heart now beating inside him. The heart of a Saiyan with immense potential, driven by hatred and the desire to kill Cell. Goku quickly grew stronger. Days later, Cell returned. Unable to sense any of his clones, he smirked. So they were all wiped out. Let's see what he has become now. That face filled with despair will be quite fun to see. Sensing Goku's ki, Cell rushed toward it. Within minutes he arrived. Goku was standing atop a cliff. Goku looked down at Cell with a death stare. Cell smirked. "Now that's a scary look you've got." Goku replied coldly. "Your tongue is as shitty as ever." Cell chuckled. "What can I say? It's a habit of mine." In an instant, Goku, in Super Saiyan form, appeared beside him. "Shut the fuck up." With his palm in front of Cell's face, Cell's eyes widened. Goku grabbed him and slammed him into the ground, then began walking away. Enraged, Cell got up and launched an energy blast from behind. Goku appeared above him. "I knew you'd do that." Before Cell could turn his head, Goku punched him into the ground. Goku stepped back, glaring with disgust. Cell powered up and stood, wiping blood from his mouth. "I'm sorry for underestimating you." Goku appeared in front of him and kneed him hard in the gut. "I remember telling you to shut up." He punched Cell in the face, sending him flying through trees. Furious, Cell unleashed his full ki, destroying the area around him. "You insolent Saiyan!" Goku clicked his tongue, annoyed, and appeared in front of Cell again, launching a punch at his face. Cell caught it. "You're not getting another hit in." But Goku blasted him in the gut with a hidden energy blast. As Cell stumbled, Goku backed up. The blast had been hidden by Goku's body, a clever trick. Cell emerged from the smoke unharmed. "Let's get the real battle started," he said as his power surged. "I won't be holding back anymore. Let's go full power." He rushed forward at immense speed. Goku dodged a punch to the face but was hit in the gut. Goku grabbed Cell's hand and blasted him. "Same trick again?" Cell mocked, hitting Goku in the face with his other hand. Goku was thrown back but launched a kick in return. Cell blocked it. "Did those fools really fight so hard to save someone as weak as you?" Landing, Goku wiped the blood from his face and raged. His power surged. He transformed into Super Saiyan 2. Lightning sparked from his body, hitting the ground and causing destruction. A bead of sweat rolled down Cell's face. "Good thing I absorbed all those Namekians, otherwise I'd be doomed." The two charged at each other, fists clashing, altering the weather. Goku and Cell were now stronger than Goku had been during the Buu saga's Super Saiyan 3. With ferocity, Goku launched punch after punch, his fists bloodied. It went on until Cell launched a punch. Goku ducked and struck Cell in the gut so hard it disfigured his spine. Goku then punched Cell's face, breaking his bones, and sent him flying. Goku appeared behind him. "Don't worry. I'll pop your spine back in." He punched Cell in the back, then grabbed his head and arm. "You ripped off Vegeta's arm, right? Let's see which one I'll take, your head or your hand." He tore off Cell's arm. Cell screamed in pain. Goku slammed him into the ground, pulled his arm back, pupils vanishing, and unleashed a brutal punch, destroying Cell's face. Goku held him by the torso. "It's finally over." He prepared to blast Cell to dust. But Cell's arm moved, charging an energy attack. Goku threw him away and leapt back, but was still hit. Cell regenerated. That almost went bad. Suddenly, a damaged Goku stood behind him. Cell turned, too late. Goku grabbed his face. "You talk too much." He unleashed a massive ki attack, destroying Cell's head and damaging his arm. Without pause, Goku broke all 4 of Cell's limbs and sent him flying. He charged a Kamehameha wave, unleashing it with a scream. Cell's body began disintegrating, and his ki vanished. Goku exhaled. "I won." But then, Cell's presence again. One arm and torso remained. His mouth regenerated. "If I'm dying, I'll take you and this planet with me." He grabbed Goku's GI. Goku grabbed his arm. Cell expanded rapidly. Realizing he had little time, Goku took off at full speed, dragging Cell with him. "This planet. I won't let it be destroyed." Within seconds, they were in space. Goku fired a massive ki wave, sending Cell far away. Cell exploded. Goku, injured, barely resisted the blast. His arm, caught in the explosion, was gone. He barely survived, then instant transmitted back to Earth and collapsed, holding his missing arm. Smiling, he said, "I finally took revenge for you guys." Then, annoyed, "This is gonna hurt for a while." Time passed. As Goku recovered, he resumed training, determined to overcome the disadvantage of his missing arm. Years passed. Now, it was time for the Buu saga. The Kais arrived on Earth, searching for Majin Buu. That's when they felt a strong ki signature, and decided to investigate. Goku was in front of his house. Training. That's when he felt 2 unusual presences approaching him. He couldn't feel their ki, but could sense a strong pressure from them. Goku got ready for a violent confrontation. Shin and Kibito suddenly noticed that the ki signature disappeared and stopped. Shin said, "That's weird." But then a voice came from behind them. "Looking for me?" Shin and Kibito, alarmed, made distance. Looking back, it was Goku. Shin hesitantly said, "Yes, we were. We actually needed your help." Goku, with a serious face, questioned. "Help?" Shin said. "There's this dangerous being on this planet that will wake up soon. He is strong enough to threaten the existence of the entire universe. We needed help to find him." Goku said. "Threaten existence, you say?" Goku aura started to leak out of him from rage, remembering the time from Cell again. Shin said, But looking at your condition, you might not be able to help. Sorry for bothering you, Goku said. If it's about my missing arm, it doesn't matter. Let's get to work right away. Shin, cautioned and scared of Goku, was out of his wits, replying, Pardon? Oh yes. Let's get to it. Goku started to look for key signatures and found quite a few powerful ones. But the ones which stand out the most were an evil key similar to demons, and one similar to Freiza. Goku questioned. The one like Freiza bothers me the most. Goku told them to grab onto him, then they all teleported right inside the Majin base. Shin said, This is it. I can feel Majin Buu energy from here. Goku said, Good. But let's take care of him first. The energy Goku was releasing made the guy in front of him paralyzed from fear. Goku just fired an energy blast to end his life. Before Goku, Shin and Kibito could advance further, Dabura appeared there, asking them how they got in, but then Goku giving appeared behind him in Super Saiyan form. Smirking, Aren't you a peculiar one? Dabura swung his arm back to hit Goku, but Goku disappeared, and many after images of him appeared all around that place. Dabura spat at one, and it just phased through the after image. Goku slapped Dabura, saying, Mind your manners. It isn't good to spit on someone. Then Goku noticed the ground there started to turn to stone. Goku narrowed his eyes, saying that's quite a troublesome ability. Goku looked at Dabura and spoke, I will make it painless, and tapped into his Super Saiyan 2 and punched Dabura in the face, completely destroying his head, ending his life. Shin and Kibito were scared seeing that. Goku looked at them and said, Let's get going now. Goku looked down and stomped on the ground, breaking it, dropping down. That's when Babidi interfered. Noticing that Goku had negative emotions inside him, started using them to take control of Goku. Goku grabbed his head, angered, said, That piece of shit. If that's how you want to play, let's do it. Goku transformed into Super Saiyan 2 and yelled at the two to get back out. Both listened and gowed above that floor. Goku charged up and fired a massive ki wave. Everything that was in its way was destroyed. Babidi was killed by the wave. Goku breathed a sigh of relief, saying, Finally, that bug is gone. It was quite annoying. Goku looked up and told them to head in as the path was clear. But they were just sweating from witnessing Goku's power. And what shocked them even more was a hint of evil energy from that attack just now. Goku then shocked looked below, yelling to get out, and rushed out himself. Kibito and Shin followed behind him, and all three of them stayed high up in the sky, looking at the entrance from where they got out. A pink creature stepped out. Buu was already in his super form. The energy that was released from Cell and Goku fight all those years ago increased his incubation progress. And the enormous amount of energy just released by Goku completed the incubation of Buu and even made him evolve. Goku, clenching his fist, said, Now I understand why you guys were so afraid of that thing waking up. Shin, hesitantly scared, said, It's over now. We can't stop him. Goku said, Don't include me with you both. Buu, seeing them, fired an energy blast at them, but Goku punched it back at him, and the energy blast exploded. Out of the smoke, Buu came rushing. Goku said, Stay behind me. Buu's arm extended, and he launched a punch. Goku was shocked at that. What the hell is that thing? And blocked the punch. Goku made a ki blade and sliced of his extended arms, saying, Let's see you extend your legs now. The cut-off arm moved lifeless behind them, and when Shin and Kibito were paying attention to Buu smirked, and the sliced of parts expanded and a shadow appeared over Shin and Kibito. Goku noticed the sudden change and yelled at them to move, firing energy blasts at those parts. But a hole appeared between them, and the energy blast passed right through, and it covered Shin and Kibito. Goku charged up a ki wave, but stopped, knowing it would kill them as well. Goku rushed with his ki blade and started slicing off Buu's parts to free them, but Buu launched an energy blast at him. Goku had to stop and defend himself. Those parts got smaller and moved towards Beerus, eventually getting absorbed. Goku dissipated the smoke from explosion and saw Buu's power rise up, understanding what had happened, saying, "So that's what it is. He is like an advanced version of Cell. At least he doesn't yap. Looks like this is going to be difficult." Beerus, seeing Goku, smirked. Goku said, "For some reason that smirk is ticking me off. Anyway, this form won't help much." Goku took a deep breath and then let out a blood-curdling scream, transforming into Super Saiyan 3. The pressure was so much it started to cause tremors all around the earth. Goku rushed at Beerus with a punch, but Beerus made a hole in himself, catching his fist and smirking. Goku made a keyblade and moved his arm up, slicing Beerus easily. Goku then kicked Beerus away and fired an energy wave at him, completely destroying his torso. But Beerus regenerated easily and pointed behind Goku. Goku looked back, and many of his pieces attached to Goku. Goku increased his power to shake them off from sheer pressure, but it was no use. Goku was now just turned into a small piece of Beerus, getting absorbed. Goku was now inside Buu's body. Goku said, "So, this is how it is inside. Those two must be somewhere here." Then suddenly his feet started to sink into the ground. Goku powered up and flew upward. Majin Buu's face appeared from many places and multiple copies of him appeared. Goku smirked nervously and spoke. "Looks like I am going to have some trouble here." All of them attacked Goku. Goku with his one arm defended himself against every clone. Goku's eyes moved at an insane speed, looking at each of their moment, dodging each of their attacks perfectly. Goku started hitting them at the face while dodging, destroying them. Soon only one was left, and Goku fired an energy blast, destroying it. Goku noticed the area moving again, thinking, "More of them?" But then the land itself formed many large hands and crushed Goku within it. A large keyblade came out, slicing all the hands away. Goku thought, "Let's just destroy this place completely. Majin Buu, I will destroy you from inside out." Goku charged up a ki wave and fired it. Many hands approached him from behind, but they were destroyed from the sheer pressure and energy the wave was emitting. After the wave was finished, the destroyed area recovered itself. Goku, annoyed, clicked his tongue, saying, "It's no use." Many clones of Buu formed. Smirking, Goku took his fighting stance. As they rushed, a dense aura covered Goku's body and many energy blasts were released, destroying the clones. Goku then rushed out of there, thinking, "Fighting right now is pointless. I need to find those two first." As Goku moved at an insane speed, the land started to move and many pillars formed in his way to stop him. Goku skillfully, without slowing down, maneuvered through them. Suddenly a wall formed in front of Goku. Goku stopped before touching it. A pillar formed behind Goku, coming towards him. Goku made his keyblade and sliced it in half. From between it another formed and hit Goku hard in the guts, making him crash into the wall. The wall quickly covered Goku from all sides, making him unable to move, absorbing ki energy from him, soon making him fall unconscious. Outside, Buu felt a sudden rush of power and released his new power like an explosion. A large crater was formed where he was standing. Buu then sensed life signatures that were in city and smirked, rushing towards it. But suddenly, midway, he started to feel weird. Goku inside Buu's cocoon was unconscious. He was having a nightmare. A scene of when he saw everyone dead. Goku rage boiled up. And slowly, Buu started to scream. Goku came out to be stronger than Buu, and Buu's body started to change. Soon, it was Goku who was in control. Goku opened his eyes and saw that he was out of Buu's body. But something felt different. Goku was shocked. He looked at his right arm and saw it was back. Goku could feel not just that. His ki also felt different. He transformed into Super Saiyan, and its color was rose-like. Not just its color. Its property was unlike any other. Goku had now achieved God Ki, cause of Buu absorbing the Kais and Goku now having control of Buu's body. Goku said, "This is weird. And this power is unimaginable. It's like I am my full power of Super Saiyan 2. A blessing in disguise indeed. Somehow, I took control of that guy's body and can now use all his abilities. But what happened to his consciousness?" Goku closed his eyes and looked within him. Noticing his real body along with the two Kais, Buu and a fat being was inside cocoon-like things. Goku said, "Oh well. I don't know how to release them, but at least they are not dead. Let's check how far I can take my power." Goku power up to the max of his Super Saiyan form, and it was like he had tapped into his Super Saiyan 3. Goku said, "Well, the biggest gain was getting my arm back," and started punching in thin air, saying, "It feels good to have it back." Goku with enthusiasm said, "Now then, let's check other abilities. It's going to be quite fun." Goku arms stretched. Goku with a disgusted face said, "This looks weird," and retracted them back to normal. Goku then touching his chin said, "Didn't that guy also make clones?" and remembered them coming out of Buu's body when he was inside him. Goku tried it, and released a pinkish blob from himself and turned it into a clone. Both said, "This isn't quite like a clone. More like I divided myself into two." Goku then said, "But the thought of absorbing others and using their power is a little." But then other one said, "However, the other two weren't nearly as strong. Same goes for that pink creature." Then Goku said, "You are right. Honestly, I would have defeated those two in my Super Saiyan form easily. And for that pink creature, if not for getting caught in that ability of his, Super Saiyan 3 was just an overkill." The other Goku said, "Then is it this weird type of ki?" Goku said, "Could be." The other one said, "Maybe this power is ours. It's just that it was amplified by receiving that new type of ki." Goku said, "Then let's try to cut off the energy source and try again." The other one asked, "Is that possible?" Goku said, "I don't know. But won't hurt, try it." And closed his eyes. And after a while Goku stopped the ki energy flowing from all three of them, and opened his eyes. The other Goku amazed said, "It really worked." Goku power dropped just a little. Goku said, "I did get weaker. But not significantly. I left the connection with that Buu creature." Other Goku said, "Was a good choice. We don't know what might happen if we do. So how about we test the difference?" Goku smirked and took a fighting stance. The other one said, "Since I still am connected to their power, it will be a good comparison to test the difference to you who has stopped their flow of power." Both of them clashed, their fists coming in contact, releasing a shockwave, blowing away all the dust that was under them. Then the ground shattered as an aftershock. Goku said, "Well, there is a slight difference, but not much." The other one said, "Isn't that something to be glad?" Goku said, "It is. So, shall we continue?" The other one said, "Is that something to even ask about?" Their fists started to clash with crazy speed and force, generating many shockwaves. Both of them at the clash of their kick transformed into Super Saiyan. Goku now was easily pushed back. Other Goku said, "Now the difference is quite huge." Goku, who was thrown back, got up and spoke. "That's quite right. Not just that. The color in our forms is also different." The new Goku was in Super Saiyan Rose, while the color of Goku's Super Saiyan was like that of Buu's aura. Other one said, "I can feel the normal kind of ki from you, while mine is different." Goku said, "Now that you say it, I can't sense you ki." The other one was confused. Goku said, "I think it's the type of ki that making that difference." The other one said, "Why not try accessing it yourself?" Goku said, "I do remember the sensation, but it feels like it will take quite a while." The other one said, "Then looks like we should head there." Goku, knowing exactly what he meant, said, "Let's get going then," and transformed into Super Saiyan 2. And both left at high speed. After reaching at Kami's lookout, both said, "This brings back memories." The other one then said, "Let's go." Goku told him to hold up and released a clone, much weaker one this time, saying, "I am getting quite good at it," and both headed inside. The new clone saying, "Take your time, I will take care while you guys are gone." The new clone powered up, heading away from the lookout to a deserted location, saying, "Though I gotta look after the planet. Can't just sit around," and halved himself into two, both saying, "After dividing so much, we are quite weak. But oh well, at least we can spar," and started their own training. Inside the time chamber, both the Gokus started their own training, and not long after, Goku tapped into the God Key himself, without needed to access the power of the Kais. They continued their training, having fun, and years passed by. Both the Gokus were training. That's when King Kai suddenly contacted him, saying, "Goku, this is urgent. You need to listen carefully." Goku questioned, "King Kai? It's been so long," King Kai said. "A god of destruction is heading your way. He is looking for someone known as Super Saiyan God." Goku questioned, "Super Saiyan God?" King Kai said, "I don't know much. But be careful not to anger him." Goku said, "All right. I will keep that in mind." King Kai then ended the telepathy, sighing, "I hope you don't have to go through much again." Both of the Gokus fused back, and Goku went to eat something. While he was eating, Whis and Beerus appeared on the ground where Goku was just training. Goku, who just finished his meal, got up and looked at them. Beerus and Whis looked in his direction. Beerus said, "Do you sense it, Whis? Looks like my trip won't be for nothing." Goku took a step forward and appeared right in front of them. Beerus' eyes widened, thinking, "His speed. That's not normal for a mortal." Beerus spoke, saying, "I heard you were the Saiyan who defeat Freiza." Goku, with a serious expression, replied, "Yes, it was me. How can I help you?" Beerus said, "Now that's quite the cold look you are giving me." Goku said, "Can't be helped if I am being honest. I have been like this for quite a while." Beerus said, "If it's like that, I can't complain. I do know what happened after all." Goku in his mind questioned, "What?" Beerus continuing said, "I am look for a Super Saiyan God, and by the looks of it you are the only Saiyan left. Not that I can completely call you a Saiyan now." Goku hearing this said, "Unfortunately, I don't know who or what a Super Saiyan God is." Beerus replied, "Is that so? But I can quite clearly sense God Ki from you." Goku was confused, but then released a bit of his ki and asked, "Do you mean this?" Beerus said, "That is in fact God Ki." Goku said, "So that's what it was." Whis then stepped up and said, "Before anything, Goku, could you release those Kais?" Goku replied, "If you mean those weird-looking ones that came, I would have already done so if I knew how to do it." Whis said, "Is that so? If you don't mind, would you let me do it?" Goku asked. "You can do it?" Beerus said, "Trust me. This guy can do anything." Whis stepped forward asking, "So, may I?" Goku said, "Go ahead. I will just have one less thing to worry about." Whis brought his staff forward and Shin and Kibito were released. Both were confused, but then say Beerus and bowed to him. Beerus said, "Now enough of the annoying part. How about we battle now?" Goku said, "But weren't you looking for a Super Saiyan God?" Beerus said, "Is there any other Saiyan? Let alone one with God Ki like you?" Beerus then with a serious tone said, "And if you don't fight me, I might just have you erase you and this planet." Goku with a shocked look thought, "Erase? Just because he isn't getting what he wants?" Goku now angered said, "Fine. Let's do it." Thinking, "I will get rid of this bastard before he can do anything to this planet." Goku said, "Hold up for a minute." Many figures started to appear and surround the area. After a while they all converted into blobs and attached to Goku, getting absorbed. They all sensed the huge increase in power. Goku said, "I divided my power into many clones to keep watch all over Earth." Beerus smirked with excitement, releasing his energy, making that area tremble. Goku responded in kind, suppressing the pressure Beerus was releasing by canceling it out with his own. Shin and Kibito were sweating crazily out of fear. Whis said, "Let's get a little far away from here," and took the two with him. Beerus said, "Well then, let's get this started, Saiyan." Both clashed, breaking the ground beneath them. The cracks increased and rocks came flying up. Both of them disappeared, appearing high up in the air, their kicks clashing. Both moved back from impact, rushing right back in, their forearms clashing. Both then launched a barrage of punches, the clashes of their fists releasing shockwaves. Goku moved to the side, putting his hand on Beerus' forearm as he punched, blocking the attack, and pulled Beerus towards himself, punching Beerus in the face with his other hand. The punch was so strong a shockwave was released from behind Beerus' head, sending him flying. Goku powered up to Super Saiyan and appeared behind him, launching a punch. Beerus made a flip in air, dodging Goku's punch, and stepped on Goku's shoulder. Goku grabbed his feet and threw him away. But as Beerus was going away, he launched a blast at Goku. Goku just moved his head and dodged it easily, and sent his own energy blast in response. Beerus gained control of his momentum, covered in dense purple aura. He just finger-flicked the blast and sent it right back at Goku. Goku slapped the blast away and rushed at him. As Goku approached Beerus, Beerus disappeared and appeared behind him, launching a kick towards Goku's head. But Goku moved his arm behind him and blocked it, turning and grabbing Beerus by the face. Rushing upward in the sky, Beerus, using his tail, grabbed him, saying, "That's quite disrespectful," and threw him towards the ground. Goku transformed into his Super Saiyan, rose too, and rushed right back at Beerus, grabbing his and rushing out Earth's atmosphere. His speed many times more than earlier. Beerus, freeing himself, said, "Now that we are here, I will let loose." His aura got denser and bigger. Goku, sensing the increase in power, powered up to full power of his Super Saiyan 2, rose. Both rushed, clashing blows hundreds of times in a single second. Both disappeared and backed away, the shockwave of their previous clash now reaching them. Beerus raised his hand and thousands of energy blasts appeared. Beerus pointed at Goku and all the energy blasts rushed at him. Goku raised his arms outwards, and many key spheres appeared, moving forward, countering Beerus' blasts. Beerus disappeared. Goku turned behind and blocked Beerus' punch. Beerus said, "Good. Keep that up and I just might think of not erasing this planet." Goku launched a punch, making Beerus back away. Goku made Ki Blade and rushed at Beerus. Beerus said, "That's quite dangerous," and grabbed the Ki Blades. And as soon as Beerus touched them, they were disintegrated. Goku was shocked. Beerus then punched Goku in the face, and then ducked down, punching him in the guts, and launching thousands of attacks at his torso. Goku puked out blood and was kicked in the face. Beerus made a large Ki sphere and launched at Goku. Goku grit his teeth, and soon his wounds started to heal. Goku let out a scream and transformed into his Super Saiyan Rose 3, the sheer pressure canceling out the blast. Beerus' eyes widened. He smirked with amusement and enthusiasm, saying, "Looks like I can go all out." Beerus' aura grew and the whole universe started to tremble from his power. Goku, feeling natural disasters starting to appear on Earth, grit his teeth in anger, frustrated at how little Beerus valued lives. Goku expanded his aura, covering the whole area with his aura, containing the pressure Beerus was releasing using it. Beerus appeared in front of him with insane speed, saying, "Protecting the planet while fight me? Aren't you underestimating me here?" and punched him in the guts hard. Goku puked out blood but then grabbed his hand and smashed his head onto Beerus' head. Beerus' pupils disappeared for a second. Goku then made a sharp turnaround and kicked him right in the face. Beerus woke up and gained control of his momentum, grabbing his head. asking, "What kind freak are you?" Goku appeared in front of him. Beerus launched a punch at Goku's face. Lightning aura appeared around Goku and Beerus hit him in the face. But Beerus' punch phased through. Goku just powered up to max of his Super Saiyan 3 rose, ducking down, leaving an after image that Beerus hit. Goku punched Beerus hard in the guts. His punch embedded in Beerus' body. The punch was so strong Beerus' eyes almost popped out from the pain. Goku then punched him in the chest to both sides of his face, and then uppercut him, making a backflip following his uppercut in a flow movement, and kicked Beerus in the face. Then fired of 3 energy blasts at him, all 3 hitting Beerus. Goku then fired off a ki wave at him, but suddenly the ki wave was disintegrated. Goku, annoyed, clicked his tongue, saying, "It's that technique of his again." Beerus was covered in pure destruction energy. Beerus said, "Time to finish this battle," and launched many Hakai blasts. Goku, sensing a dangerous energy from them, decided to avoid them, and moved up, but all those followed him. Goku made a dense ki blade and turned around, slicing them into small bits. Suddenly Beerus appeared in front of him, his hand in front of Goku's face. Goku bent backward and avoided having gotten a hold of, and kicked Beerus. Beerus blocked the kick and punched Goku in the guts, sending him few meters back. Goku launched a large energy blast at Goku, but Beerus launched a small Hakai blast using his finger, and the blast was disintegrated. Goku grit his teeth and powered up, his aura raging out, his hair flaring up. His pupils disappeared. Beerus ducked to the side and Goku appeared behind him. Beerus could feel the sensation of Goku's fists just passing by him on his face. Goku turned back and launched a punch, but somehow Beerus' hand seen penetrated into Goku's guts. Goku fists was seen beside Beerus' face, and Beerus' head tilted to the side. Goku asked how, and noticed a new silver aura on Beerus. Goku backed away, saying, "Another annoying technique." Goku regenerated his wound using Buu's ability. Goku swung his arm outward and many ki blasts formed on his fingers. Goku then swung his arms to the front, launching them all at Beerus. Beerus rushed at Goku while avoiding them all easily. Goku then swung his right hand back, and the blasts rushed back at Beerus. Beerus turned around and swung his arm, releasing huge amount of destruction energy, destroying all those blasts. Goku appeared behind him, catching him off guard, his hand enveloped in a ki blade. Goku swung it at Beerus, but Beerus dodged, saying, "This technique is called Ultra Instinct. As long as I am using it, none of your attacks are gonna land on him." And they caught Goku's arm, and said, "Hakai." Goku started to disappear. Goku made a ki blade with his other arm and used it to cut off his right arm. Backing away, his arm that he cut off turned to nothing. Goku regenerated his arm. But suddenly Beerus appeared in front of him, grabbing his face and enveloping him in a Hakai blast. Goku started to get erased from different parts of his body. But then he made a ki sphere and launched a huge ki wave at Beerus. Beerus raised his arm and said Hakai, but it didn't affect the ki wave. Beerus was shocked. But before he could do anything else, it was too late. Beerus crossed his arms, ready to endure the wave. Goku, while getting erased, gave his all to the ki wave. Soon, both Goku and the ki wave were gone. Goku erased from existence. And Beerus, he endured the whole wave, heavily injured. Beerus, angered, grit his teeth, saying, "That damn mortal," and made a large sun-like blast and launched it at the earth, and turned around, calling out to Whis. Whis, Shin and Kibito appeared. Beerus said, "Oh right. You were also here. Why not take me to your realm to treat me to a meal?" Whis healed Beerus, and Shin complied. All grabbed onto him, and they left for Kai's realm. They all started their meal. While the blast Beerus launched towards Earth destroyed it.